Hey, everybody. I'm not in the woods right now. My husband is in the woods. For those of you that joined me last night on the test live to make sure I got service. So my husband was up bright and early this morning, ready to get that camper out there. And I was saying, come back and get me. Let me stay here in bed. Anybody who wasn't on the live last night, I injured I don't think it's an injury. I think, I planted a bunch of potatoes, and I'll have a video coming out on my potato planting session. But all of these huge, bags of compost, because I don't grow my own compost yet, they're heavy, and so it was a lot. I had three 17-gallon and larger size containers. I was putting the potatoes in, and told Mountain Grandpa I could handle it. I could do that myself. And my back is feeling it today. Well, pretty much. That was Saturday. And so I didn't feel any pain on Saturday. That's why I don't think it's an injury. I think it's overworked muscles that probably should be worked more often than just planting potatoes. And so I started feeling it on Sunday, and it's interfering with my sleep at night, which is kind of a bummer.
Well,
But
and
I will.
you also get to, I'm just going to call it what it is. We also get to an age where, you blink the wrong way.
Yes, true
Because I
that.
can tell you recently I was in the turkey pen and, it's enclosed. So I have to bend over to rake it.
Uh-huh.
And I did that. And then that was the weekend we did the pig's hooves. And
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
yeah, I was walking around like,
Your
oh.
back too. How many days did it take you for that back to recover?
Mine was different. I don't have back problems, but
Uh-huh.
ever since I had back labor, I don't even know if they're connected, but it's
My,
this
I
weird
think
thing.
so.
I get like every 10 years, I get spasms or something, and then they
Yeah.
go away. So a few days.
Oh my goodness. So my daughter had back labor, and the hospital was just awful. Our hospital in Flagstaff was awful.
Hmm.
My husband and I got 86th. We got kicked out because we were throwing a fit up in there because she had been in labor since Friday, and the doctor was on vacation. So she had a substitute doctor, and we could hear somebody else who was obviously in labor, and that doctor was nowhere on the floor, the one that was filling in. Oh yeah, the doctor magically shows up at 7:30 Tuesday morning. It was a holiday weekend, and she had back labor. And as a matter of fact, her water broke at 6 p.m. on Monday night, which was the holiday. And that doctor still didn't show up till 7:30 in the morning. She was even fighting a fever. Oh gosh, I was throwing all kinds of a
I don't
fit.
blame you.
Yeah,
Oh,
but she had back labor, and she still struggles with that back pain. And that was for my grandbaby that was 4. But so I'm going to be in the woods this afternoon, though. Everybody, I didn't want to get out of bed early to go. And my husband hasn't come back yet. He's still out in the woods. He knows I have to live, and he's like, I'm staying out here till I come back to pick you up.
well,
So
there's a lot of
hey,
people in the chat.
there is. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And we do have a lot of people. Ark Wildman and Berkshire Farm. Good to see you guys. And the Fox family over at Fox Holler Homestead. Hello. Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. Hi there. Dragonflies Ozark. Hey there, Christina. Kill It and Grill It is here. Welcome to the channel. And Tiny Tim Posey. Oh, I got a dog barking. She'll eventually figure out she can come in the dog door. Spring Meadow Farm and Garden, hello, and Garden at Table with Heather Lynn, hi, and hi there, Cruising Scene. Good to see you all. Hey, Shift Kicker and George Mitchell. I
And
think I
kill
got
it and
it.
grill it. I agree. Back pain is horrible.
It is. It is the worst, and I have a pain oil that I use on it. So last night I used my pain. It's one I make. So I put like all kind. It's got a bunch of different herbs in it and a couple essential oils. And one of them is comfrey. Comfrey salve by itself is good stuff, but I don't think that by itself would take the edge off of like the back pain that I had before. And this is a little bit different. That's why I think it's tired muscles. but it has arnica in there too, which is good for muscles. But I put it on last night and then went and got back in bed. And about a second later, my husband wakes up and goes, "Ah, it's so strong." I woke him up from the smell. It smells very earthy. Hey, farmer son. So, and hi there, my granny's garden. So, anybody that didn't catch it, I'm going to be in the woods this afternoon. My husband got up early. I didn't want to, so he's out there with the camp trailer without me. He's coming back to pick me up after this live, though. And so I'm going to be on a live with CAYCE at ORMSBY Farms this afternoon. If you all haven't, and he's going to be up here in just a minute. He's popping in during his day job, and he'll be joining us this morning, and then I'll be joining him this afternoon. And so if y'all haven't heard of him or checked him out, please hop over there to do that. And thank you, Kiffer, for reminding everybody for the thumbs up.
Yeah, Kill It and Grill It said, my back is so full of metal parts, my wife will probably sell me for scrap iron when I die. Well, I hope she waits.
Kill It and Grill It. I hope you live somewhere warm. I can't imagine having that cold metal in your back when it gets cold. I've heard of people
who believe have Nebraska.
That's got to not be too fun. So, are you ready, CAYCE? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to pull up CAYCE to the stream.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
hi, CAYCE.
Hey.
So to anybody who has not been over to Ormsby Farms, CAYCE is, he used to be an actor, and him and his family started a homestead, and they bought some land and a house that they're kind of refurbishing, and the most amazing greenhouse ever. Yeah. They're also refurbishing, doing lots of awesome stuff over there. CAYCE
Thank you.
Makes soap, and he cooks, and he gardens. I mean, they do it all over there, and they're super fun to watch. And I'm going to be on his channel this afternoon. So
isn't that funny how that worked out? Actually, I thought about that. I was like, oh my gosh, me and Tammy are like twinsing and just popping on the lives.
Yeah, it's awesome. So CAYCE, I told everybody a little bit about you, but do you want to share some more?
Well, you know, we are first-time homesteaders, and we absolutely love this lifestyle so far. We are refurbishing a 100-year-old farmhouse in East Georgia on about 10 acres, a little under 10 acres. And I was an actor for a while, and I also am on a homesteading podcast with somebody on the screen. I'm trying to think who on the screen I'm on the podcast with. Oh, yes, Boo Lisa. Boo Boo thing. So, yeah, that's a little bit about us. And we're kind of learning as we go, gardening and cooking and canning and dehydrating. And when I say we, I mean the royal we is learning. The rest of the family is just waiting for me to do it.
Oh, man. It's a good thing you like it.
I do. I love it. I love it. It's so peaceful and calming.
It is. It really is. Like when I was planting my potatoes this last weekend, because I got them outside. I asked some friends of ours, and they're like, yeah, they're going to live. Don't worry about it. Even if it snows, they're going to live. And so it was, I told my husband, I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to want to do it myself. Cause you know, he's always there to help, but I'm definitely the one that finds more enjoyment in gardening.
What kind of potatoes did you plant, Tammy?
I planted some red potatoes and some russet potatoes. So some determinate and indeterminates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So have you planted potatoes before?
Nope. And I've always wanted to. So this is my first year. This is exciting. Firsts in the garden for me. And I'm super excited. That's why I did the shed wars, because I knew it would push me to do more.
Mm-hmm. Potatoes will probably do well by you because root vegetables do well here if the bugs don't get them. We don't have a lot of bugs, but like we had something get the turnips last year, but potatoes did really well.
Awesome. That's good to know. That is encouraging. I'm trying to
go. The South never get it.
What is it?
I just say us in the South never really get good potatoes because of the
Really?
humidity and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any of that.
We have well-drained soil because it doesn't rain.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. Lisa and I have similar climates, but hers is just take the cold down a notch to even colder. I think you get 10 or 20 degrees colder than our coldest here. Our coldest to your coldest, I think, is about 20-degree difference.
That's crazy because you're higher than I am.
I don't know, Arizona.
I know, it's just crazy.
Arizona cold. We'll get
Yeah.
down to at our coldest, and if my husband is here, he would be correcting me because I'm probably going to be a little off. But at our coldest, I think we're like real cold, like not like unusually cold. We can be in the negatives, maybe to -10-ish. But normally our cold is going to be 0 as our coldest. I think typically. Hey, Arizona Highland Homestead. Hi there. And hi, LP. I saw that you joined the channel also. And Spring Meadow Farm and Garden. Welcome. So
I'm curious what they say the average cold is here, because like I'm used to the swings, but we don't, obviously when I post something, I'm going to post the crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that's out of the norm. But I mean, I'm fine as long as it doesn't go below 0.
Yeah, but it's not often 0. Like most of the time during the winter, our cold nights are going to be in the 20s or maybe the teens. But if it's real cold, it'll get down to 0. And if it's super freaky cold, it can get below that.
I ain't about that life.
What do you have
Let's
there,
see.
Casey?
Say it again.
What do you have there with your temps?
I mean, in the summer, our like average lows are probably like 90. And in the winter, probably our average low is, if it gets real low, probably about 30, 35.
Yeah. So
and that's really, really cold.
Share with everybody where you're located.
We're in Georgia, so we're zone 7B.
Awesome.
And I finally learned my zone, so I say it a lot in my videos now because I feel smart,
Yeah.
Once you actually learn your gardening zone, you're like, yeah, I'm 7B.
Yeah, same here because I'm 4B, but other parts of my town are 5A and 5B.
I saw that on your video and I was like, what?
Because we're at an intersection. So cross town, that's like when they say it's raining and the weather will say showers in my town. And I'm looking out the window and it's snowing. Like I have to tell you, we got 3 drops of rain the other day. That's about how much it rains here. 3 drops.
Oh my goodness.
But our average weather, they say, is in the teens. And then, during in the teens for most of the winter, which is fine. I mean, I can deal with that at night,
Yeah.
So we get so much rain here. It's like storming right now. I mean, you'd think I live in like Seattle or something. Like we get so much rain.
That's
and it's
awesome.
Still hot.
Climate, though. Awesome brewing climate because of all that rain. That's something we don't necessarily have here. So I'm going to share in the banner our 7 Fs. And there we go. So there's our 7 Fs. Just as a reminder, faith, family, friends, finance, fitness, fun, future. And at our last live, we talked about where we were at with the end of the quarter and how things were going with the end of the quarter, where we were with our progress of our goals. So Casey, when you think about all of the goals that you had at the beginning of the year, what you're thinking, this is what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to make this happen. How do you feel? Do you want to share some of those and how you feel about where things are at right now, respective to like the 7 Fs?
Well, I just want to say first, those are amazing 7 Fs. When we started the year, we purchased the homestead late December. So we closed in late December. So the beginning of January, I had lots of plans. I had lists. I had um, articles pulled, family meetings set so that we could get through this first gardening season. Now, I told myself this is like a practice year. This is going to be like a get our feet wet, see what does well kind of year. But I still had plans. So with family, I would say that the goal for this year was for me to originally move on, and then mom's putting a tiny house on the property, and then my brother and his fiance are building on the property too. So that was kind of the goals for this year, to get all that stuff started. And luckily we're on track for what I planned.
Awesome.
I'm there as running across, I'm kind of looking at, okay. Finance. That's the struggle bus for me. And when I say struggle bus, I mean struggle bus, because most of my adult life, I've been very bougie with what I buy. And when I mean bougie, I mean extremely bougie. And I've had to like reel myself back in saying, okay, Casey, this homesteading lifestyle is not about your most expensive wine glass or your most expensive sheet set for your bed. So I've tried to tell myself this year, this is how much you have to spend on your home. And I've surpassed it. So I've on that. Fitness. I'm scared of fitness because you can hurt yourself. I'll stay fat.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I include in fitness though? And Lisa and I have talked about this. So don't forget, part of fitness is just your overall health. Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating enough veggies? Are you giving yourself enough opportunities to have peace and get a good night's sleep? Like
No,
those
he isn't.
too. Yeah, because
that the last part is no. Yeah, I don't know why I overbooked myself. And Lisa, as actually one of she's like, maybe you should like settle down. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good thing. Maybe I'll do it in a couple years. But no, one thing with fitness that I've started this year that I actually love is certain hot teas that are medicinal and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Doing research on that, it's very interesting. Like I've gotten, I don't know if y'all have had valerian root.
Oh yeah.
I tried that for the first time and it had the weirdest smell, but I really enjoyed it. But not knowing it's a good one for like to put you to sleep. So we shoot our podcast at night. So I was having a valerian root, and by the end of the night, I'm like,
who's drooling?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it's good. So you've had it, Tammy. What do you think of it?
Oh yeah. So I tried to make a tincture out of it, and I had, most of the time when the kids were younger, they would leave me to my own devices in the kitchen, right? With mom's in there doing whatever. I had everybody in the whole house coming into that kitchen saying, "What is going on?" I stunk up the whole house. Making a tincture, but how I don't drink it by itself. You drank it by itself?
I put some honey in it.
Okay, yeah, I don't drink it like that. I have a blend that I put together, and I call it like my sleepy time tea blend. And it's an ingredient, and it's very strong, as you know. So, I mean, you can taste it in there, and I love the blend that I do.
Now, do you grow the valerian root, or do you buy? Okay.
I've never tried to grow. I get most of my herbs from Mountain Rose Herbs.
Okay. What's in your blend?
So
me asking and sharing.
Oh no! Actually, I made a video on it. So
really? Oh, okay. I need to go check it out.
Yeah, but yeah, check it out.
Time.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy to share the blend. There's hawthorn in there, valerian root. I think do I have motherwort in there? Maybe. Definitely. So I think I've got wintergreen in there, or peppermint. I feel like it might be wintergreen. Maybe not wintergreen. That might be in something else. I'll have to get it to you, Casey.
I'll look it up too. Have you ever had marigold?
In it.
Have you ever had marigold in your tea for sleepy time?
Yes. Calendula.
I was like, why? When I first heard that, I was like, that's no. We not playing that game.
So
it actually is really good.
Yeah, not in my sleepy time tea though. Calendula, I think when I think calendula, I think of like a lymph mover. It helps move the lymph in your body because our lymph system has doesn't have a circulatory system unless like you move. Movement is what makes your lymph move.
Mine is screwed until it gets warm out. When it gets warm out, then it'll be moving. Right now, it's hibernating.
You need some calendula in your hot tea. That's what you need. That would help. So
Lisa, do you drink hot tea?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually have a favorite that it's a lavender lemon.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it at a local craft
Really
fair, and it's got honey in it. And then I wasn't able to find them locally anymore, and I can get them on Amazon.
Awesome. Hey, Blue.
But valerian root does nothing for me.
Mm-hmm. You know, valerian root doesn't work for everybody. And as a matter of fact, it doesn't necessarily put me to sleep. I have to bump it up a notch and go with like hops and passion flower.
Hops. I would look up hops is what I would want to.
Yeah, hops. Oh my gosh. And it's a beautiful plant to grow, Casey. You should grow hops. And you know that's what they make beer out of.
I was going to say, you can make yourself some beer.
You could make some beer.
Marigold beer.
That would be so cool.
No, y'all
hey, everybody
know I'm
in the
too
chat
much of a lady to drink beer.
Too many carbs.
It does. It goes straight to my hips. No, I've never been a beer fan, so but I do want to try hops for my tea, though.
Yeah,
I do want to try that because I love
it's beautiful
time tea.
It is a beautiful vining plant.
Oh,
like
it's vining too.
It's vining.
Ooh.
Y'all don't judge me. I got my notepad here because I always learn so much from Tammy. Every time, like when you were on our podcast before, there was like 4 things that I had written down that I was like, Tammy said, ... Tammy said, ... So I have my notepad here. So if I'm right, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
So
yeah,
Casey,
I'll get you that recipe.
Yes.
So Casey, with the new homestead, right? Being that I was alluding earlier that you burn the candle at both ends, which you do. I know that.
He makes the candle and then burns it at both ends.
Mm-hmm.
He does. And he is nonstop because I will say that we are taping our podcasts at night now, and just because of our busy schedules. And so we will start at 7:30, well, my time, and end at like midnight my time. So it's like 2 a.m. for him. And then he gets up and smiles and goes to work. But talk about the goals, like, you know, on the homestead, you've been working a lot, doing a lot of, you have a lot of different projects going on.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you manage all your goals and still find some balance is, I guess, what I'm asking.
That's a good question. You know, I think when someone goes into this type of lifestyle, they go in for the end goal of self-sustainability. And that was no different for us. I mean, after the years that we have been through these past 2 years, it just put something in my mind where I was like, okay, I have to be prepared for X, Y, and Z. So I must know how to grow veggies. I must know how to raise animals. I must know how to do this and be self-sustainable on my income as well. So that's why with burning the candle on both ends, I have the YouTube, the Instagram, the podcast. You know, our family puts out cookbooks. I'm like, any way that I can make a little ching from the farm, I need to. Mm-hmm. So those are my goals, especially this year. Is I said to myself, 75% of what we eat in a year is what I want to raise this first year. I know that's reaching, like hardcore reaching for a first year, but that's the goal. So fruit, veggies, meat, all of that. I want 75% of what we eat to be raised on the homestead.
Awesome.
So
I say go for it.
Why not, right?
If you miss, you're still going to have achieved more than if you were just, more lackadaisical about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Casey, let me ask you a question. We've often talked about you getting laying hens for your first chickens. Have you considered meat birds for your first chickens?
Yes, I have considered meat birds. But again, I'm talking with other people because it is like all over the news now in Georgia.
Oh,
No
the whole,
sale of any fowl,
huh.
Yep.
ducks, turkeys, chickens, nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I always joke and say I'm going to get it on the black market, but
Mhm.
when you're a responsible pet owner, you don't really do that. I want to just put that out there to the people that watch and leave comments. I'm really not going to buy it on the black market. I'm just
It's a
kidding.
joke, y'all.
It's a joke. But that I mean, at the beginning of the year before all this hit, yes, it was one of the goals to have meat birds, and a lot of people have great videos on how to do the nerdy chicken math of how many meat birds you should raise per meal during the week. So I did all of that, but it's
Cool.
just on hold now because of Georgia not selling chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia
Anywhere.
has put a big halt on everything going in and
Mhm.
out. And the sad part is, well, I know, Casey, I sent it to you, but what is it? It's not Murray McMurray got hit with it, which is a major hatchery.
That's where we were looking. And it's funny that you sent me that because that's where I was looking only because a lot of the YouTubers push Murray McMurray. So
They do, and they're in Iowa. And the reason why I looked up that, the reason why it hit me hard when I saw it was that we had just purchased 2 days in a row 25 and 18 meat birds because we decided not to order from our usual. We decided to go to the big box stores and get them. Well, some are big box, some aren't. But we decided we would see what was available in the store and take them home versus going through the process of ordering and everything like that. Long story short, as typical with meat birds, at least in our limited experience, we did lose about 10 or so, which I always hate because we've never lost a laying chick ever. But the meat birds just struggle to do well. And then once you get past that first couple days, they're fine. So anyway, I think we're down to about, we have 33 in the brooder now. And that, again, it's that whole avian flu thing. And we looked up our hatchery because we were worried, but ours came from Hoover, which is also in Iowa. And Iowa's been hit pretty hard.
So did you guys see what dragonflies? Here, let me post this.
Hi, Passamaquoddy.
Rabbits for meat fall under poultry too? What? Do you mean that rabbits can? Huh.
I think what she's saying, and Christina, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're like poultry and they're easy to raise.
Like a quick turnaround.
It's a quick turnaround. It's unlike doing livestock. It's easier to do so that you can have little equipment. And I know last year we raised, oh gosh, what did we raise? I think we had 30 something birds last year. We ended up with 26 because of course our order arrived on a sub-zero day and we lost several.
Oh, bummer.
But yeah, I mean, that's the reason why our tractor is going to be so beneficial because our ranchers around here who use the meat processors on a regular basis can no longer get slots in the places they always got slots in.
Wow.
So when I go to pick up my locally raised cow, I have to go halfway across the state to get it. So we became really nervous because we lucked out with our 2 pigs. But as we move forward, we want to be able to butcher our own. So the tractor is really going to be able to allow us to hoist an animal up to be able to do that work because there's no way with the 2 of us. No way.
That's awesome. Real quick. Hi, Off the Wall Prepper. Thanks for coming in. No, I'm not in the woods. I'll be in the woods later. My husband beat me to it, though. He got up earlier than I wanted to this morning. And hi there, Heather Langager and Passamaquoddy. Thank you all for joining us, and appreciate y'all being here.
I think dragonflies got busted. Off the Wall said, well, hi, dragonflies. And dragonflies said, oops, LOL. Thanks,
Oh,
Multi
goodness.
Hunter 247. Welcome in.
I think we had one other person that hopped in. Guitar Man. Hey there. Thank
She
you for
got
joining.
busted.
Busted.
Yeah, Christina said with meat rabbits, you don't have to pluck them and all skinning is easy.
Yeah.
We did that with our ducks last year. We got 5 ducks and we decided we were going to try it and see how it went. We decided that it was not for us. And so obviously nothing goes to waste. And we ended up butchering the 2 that we had left because there were 2 drakes. So there wasn't much going on there. So we ended up processing both, but we did end up skinning them instead of plucking, just because for 2 birds it was easier.
Yeah.
I mean, how long is it to turn a rabbit around, Christina? I mean, because I know meat birds are what, 6-7 weeks.
It depends on the meat bird.
What said.
It depends on the meat bird because we have 3 different breeds in the brooder right now. The Cornish cross is 6 to 8 weeks, and we have Rudd Rangers, which usually they'll go about 16 weeks because they're slower, but they are less Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
But the Cornish cross will sit at the feeder, and like say 4 of them will sit at the feeder and not let the rest in, and they will grow until they can't hold themselves up anymore.
Oh,
it's sort of like me. Then we also got these royal gray broilers. We never had them before, and it looks like they're about 9 weeks. So I was like, so yeah, it depends. But rabbits, I'm curious.
Because a lot of people have tried to talk me into meat rabbits, and not that I'm against it, but I just don't know yet. For me,
yeah, I
don't know yet.
Meat rabbits too.
Now I want rabbits for the poop.
Kill it and Dragonfly said 10 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Lisa, I have a serious question. Which chickens for laying have done good by you folks? Our first 3 breeds off the wall prepper were Rhode Island Reds and White Leghorns and Golden Comets, and they're power layers. We do not order any bougie chickens. We have a couple of Easter eggers, but overall we chose our chickens for power laying because we don't put light in the winter. So if they go on break and vacation, that's fine. But we sell eggs, so we wanted to have power layers. So I will tell you this: I think they lay like when you look in the hatchery books, it'll tell you how much they lay a year and what size egg and what color. And so that's what we would do. I think we had each of the Leghorns or the power layers. I think it's like 300 a year they'll lay. So our first girls lay eggs that I'm astounded they're not screaming when they come out. Our newer girls they lay tinier eggs, and they were more bougier because I chose some different breeds. So I hope that answers your question.
Yep. Thank you for that, Lisa, because I'm looking at meat birds too. So just want to do a shout out to Guitar Man. That's actually our friend's Bruce that lives in Parks. And he was one of the troopers that ate crickets with us. If anybody saw that video.
Yes.
So he's asking who did the cricket challenge. And on here, so Casey, are you down for eating some crickets? They're seasoned and stuff, and I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we got another taker. In the chat, who's doing that, Bruce, is Off the Wall Prepper and Dragonfly's Ozark Homestead. Also, Simply Jan. She's going to join us on that also.
Hi, Jan.
Yeah. Everyone of the people that's in the chat, that's who's going to join. You'd be surprised how many people don't want to eat crickets.
George Mitchell, many were double yolkers, but not all. But I have to tell you, my original flock they were the queens of double yolkers.
I've read so many good things about the Rhode Island Reds, though. Like, that's one of them that I was seriously looking into.
I like them, and the Leghorns are flighty crazy, and I love them because I love watching that they do different things. The one thing I will say is they said that the golden comets, and they were my little sweeties. I love them. They're beautiful. They said, oh, they're so docile. They get along with everybody. We call them Goldies here because I've got so many of them. But it's really funny when we added the new flock, Goldie took a turn.
What do you mean?
Goldie goes over to people and she's like, I laugh. It's just the pecking order, but it's just funny because Goldie was all docile, low on the pecking order, and now she's like the one who was being bullied is doing the bullying.
Ark Wildman's joining too. Gotta say that.
Yeah.
And look at Blue. See, don't be scared, Casey. They eat them in the Vietnam.
Good for them.
Yes.
I ain't scared. I'll just get some ranch.
There you go.
Off the Wall Prepper asked about meat birds. I don't know. I've always kept mine in an enclosed run, and the reason why is because I don't want something getting them. So I never had to worry about flying. But I can tell you right now, I've never seen a Cornish cross fly once they got older. But the other thing people do is chicken tractors. And I will say that I always thought that was silly when I first saw them. Wait, don't yell at me. I thought it was silly because I was like, well, we got a coop. Let's use a coop. Yeah, I had raised Cornish cross, and now I know why they use chicken tractors, because they stink.
I've heard that as well.
They're disgusting. The Cornish cross were delicious, but other than that, I can't stand them.
Huh. So they smell worse than a regular chicken. I wonder why that is.
Because they're getting high protein and all they do is eat.
Oh.
Like if you ate 24 hours a day, all you do is the same thing they're doing. Just saying. But yeah, the chicken tractor is really the best thing. I also know that like the Red Rangers, the Rudd, the Red, and the Freedom Rangers, even though they're dual purpose birds and they take longer, they're very flavorful. And I found them to be a lot less gross. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can take care of that in the chat. Tammy, can you get it?
Oh my gosh.
I think I did.
Report.
Shame on people.
I will just say, they didn't even spell it right. It's online strips.
Like chicken strips.
Oh, I like that. But I don't like them without clothes. I like sometimes with a little bit of ranch or barbecue. Just saying. Online strips.
Oh my goodness. Oh, dragonflies.
Yeah, we took care of them. Yep. Yeah, no, exactly, Christina. We don't have level land. So moving a tractor here is going to be so much fun. So we're going to go back to the coop. We're going to build a tractor, but we have to figure out because the land is, like that.
Hey, Harvest Mary Moon and Multi Hunter 247. Thank you all for joining. And Gizmo loves all. Hey, Brandy.
Blue got soup up her nose.
So anyone who isn't aware, Gizmo loves all is Brandy F. We all know her from the chat, from Off the Wall Preppers chat. One of our good friends.
Oh, okay. Hello, welcome.
Hey, Brandy.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
So Casey. Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
Nope, go ahead.
So Casey, sounds like you have touched on family, friends, finance, fitness. How are you doing with faith, fun, and future?
One thing when I moved onto the homestead, the first thing that I wanted to find is, I've talked about this on my lives too, is with faith. Recently, over the year, I've come back to my relationship with God and my spirituality. And that was something that was very important to me when we bought the homestead, that there was a community, a church that wasn't like 5 hours away that I could go to. So right now they're still only online, but I'm on the roster. I'm part of the community. They send me an email. So that is on track with what it needs to be for the faith. And the whole family, we're really big into the community, the church community where we are. So that was good that all of us kind of get along on that and don't attack each other. What was the other? I missed one more F. What was the other F?
Fun and future.
Oh, fun and future. Well, future, I've talked a little bit about, but I'll be talking more on my live, is I am starting the process to foster to adopt children because I'm ready to start my family. Even though I may be single and ready to jingle, I still want to have some children. And for fun, really doing all of this is fun. I know it seems like I do so much on there, but it's fun to me. When it stops being fun, that's when I'll stop doing it.
Yeah.
But the fun is the YouTubing and the podcast is, even though we're up until 2:30 in the morning, it's still a lot of fun. So that's
it's because we're yakking.
Oh yeah. Speaking of like little laying hens, we're like gossiping hens off camera. We just sit and chat and we're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be shooting something.
That's awesome.
I'm like herding cats.
Yeah.
Like all of the things that I do, because I keep my schedule pretty busy. Other than my 8 to 4 job during the week, I wouldn't consider that fun. Though I it's not bad. I don't hate what I do for a living.
It's a paycheck.
It's right. But everything outside of that, it's the gardening, playing music with my husband, sewing, crochet, all my hobbies that I, give myself expectations for completing things and getting things done. And YouTube, it's my fun stuff too. I'm right there with you. And for me, it's my friends too.
It is like you grow like this like community of friends that you may have never actually met in real life. Huh?
Yeah.
You feel like you know them, like you check in on husbands. How's the kids doing? I mean, I think it's the coolest community ever.
It is. Yeah, we have an awesome community. We do, and we feel so blessed.
Oh, absolutely. Completely blessed. I'm trying to like read. I'm so bad because I'll never wear my reader glasses on here. So I'm like,
I need to talk to you and Country Mama about this glass issue. Just embrace it.
Oh, see, I'm opposite. I can't see far away. I can see close up, but I can't see far away. So if I'm driving, and my sunglasses I wear, they're all prescription because I can't see far away. I can just see close up.
Yeah, see, I need my readers, and it's crazy because I'm 35, so I'm like,
you're young.
Really?
That's when I needed my readers because I went to college.
Really?
Yeah, I went to my eyes have been excellent my entire life, and I went back to school and did a lot of reading, and my eyes fell off the wagon or something.
All the way off. Like
all the way off. Now I got
the wagon.
Now I got the bifocal thing going on with the transitions.
Oh, so now it's close up and far away.
Oh, it's everything.
No problem. Yeah.
He is a kid to me too, George Mitchell.
Well, I said my age because I think a lot of people, one, not to call him out, but Eric over at Bland's Promised Land, he was like, what are you, like 22? I'm like, well, thank you. But no, I'm not.
I'm your age
not that
reversed.
much of a baby. See, now
53,
you're making me do
Casey,
math.
if that helps. The look on your face, he was like,
no, because I was like, wait, hold on. Let me do math. But then it really is
Hey, Gear Good 19, did you see what he said? Should have ate your carrots as a kid. Hey, carrots now, you just never know. Carrots and beets, right? Aren't those both supposed to be good for your eyes?
I have all the intention of actually planting carrots,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't got them in, so they may be
Mm-hmm.
going in the fall. But
Yeah.
no,
I
I'm
planted
gonna try
Parisian.
carrots this year.
Did
That's
you?
what I got
Yeah,
after
they're
you
short
said
and
it.
round, and I put them
Mhm.
in the stackable planters, which I know I'm only going to get like one or two in there, which
Yeah.
is fine because there's only two of us, and we're going to plant again. It was just part of my
Yeah.
experiment. So, Kill It and Grill It says I don't feel a day over 86. I felt that way the day we trimmed pig hooves.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. I wish I was 35 again too. I don't know. I accomplished a lot more in my life after I was 35. Like for if you relate it to goals, like I had no degrees or anything. I had my high school diploma, and then I got my associates, my bachelor's and my master's, and then my licenses for counseling. So, and then doing all this stuff now. I think I did had a lot more accomplishments after 35. Before 35, I felt like I was just dumb.
Same here.
You're so funny.
Like I really have enjoyed
Everything's
the
in
30s.
season. It's all
Yes,
in
it's
season.
true.
And
It's true, Tammy.
we have seasons for doing things, like the best season, and some of us deviate a little. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go straight to college out of high school. I wanted to be a musician. Hence I met my husband. And
Yep.
then when I did go to college, it was after I'd had my daughter, and so I wouldn't say I did it the easiest way, and I graduated from college when I was 35. But it was still, that was kind of my season, how I did things. It just is, it's our life, and we color it beautiful. Whatever our beautiful is, that's what our goals should be, I think.
Amen.
Yep.
And
Amen
Berkshire
to that.
Farm,
Mhm.
I could not agree more. Always remember a friend of mine saying, "Remember when we were in our 20s and we knew it all?" And it's like I wish I had all that knowledge.
You are, Judy. You're beautiful.
Yeah, George, I also was a caregiver, so I get it for my mom. Um, Tammy, I think now is probably a good time to ask for some questions for Casey because I know that he has to get going.
I do have to go back to my 9 to 5. Huh?
Any questions for Casey? And just a reminder, Casey's live on Ormsby Farms is this afternoon. Well, it's afternoon for me, but evening for some, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And hey, little boots, and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is what I'm on now. Thank you
Which
so
is why
much, Ark Wildman Survival, for coming
which is
in.
which is why I catch the replay boo thing.
Yeah.
Usually feeding animals and doing dinner.
I may be pushing mine back in the future. I wanted to kind of feel it out because I never want to step on anybody else's toes on times on YouTube Live. But the ones that I'll be stepping on their toes already have like 9 lives, so I'm not worried anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality of it is I think that you're always going to step on somebody's toes because everybody's live. So you have to just do what works for you.
Right.
That's why I did mine later on a Friday, just because it worked for me. And I know it's late for some people, but if you can't, don't come. It's fine.
It's
Have a
the
good day
happy.
off the wall, Prepper. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, bye, y'all. Yeah, yours is like at the happy hour of Friday.
That's it. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Yeah.
Any questions for Casey? Because I know he's got to get going. We've kept him longer than he should have, and he's been so gracious.
Thank you so much for joining us, Casey.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. I'll be seeing you in a couple hours, Tammy?
Yeah, in a couple.
Right.
I'm gonna be in the woods for that one.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Well, thank y'all for having me on. And
thanks for
Lisa,
being
I'll
here.
see you in a couple days. I just wanted to say I love that saying. Berkshire Farm said, "Kill it and grill it." I like that. Hashtag put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's somebody's.
Kill it and grill it is a somebody out of Nebraska.
Oh, I see it now. I love that name. Kill it and grill it.
I love it.
Can you make some t-shirts so I can get one? Because I want that. Huh? Just saying.
Mm-hmm. That would be a good T-shirt
Yeah.
on a
I'd
T-shirt,
love to
wouldn't
see
it?
you wearing it.
Just-
Uh-oh, here comes
oh,
the
hey,
again.
The
even though they
strippers
got
are
hidden,
back.
they're back.
The chicken strips are back. But bye, y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
Have a great day. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Casey.
You
See
too.
you
Bye,
later.
y'all. Bye, everyone in the chat.
He is so fun.
He is.
And they have so much going on over there. It's going to be really fun just to see where they're at by the end of the year. They are doing a lot.
Exactly. Oh, I know you have Kill It and Grill It. You're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've reported that person's been blocked, but they keep coming back and we've reported them. So we will keep doing it.
Yep.
Bringing all the bots to the yard.
I guess. Dang it.
I
Those
know
darn
it.
bots. Hey, Alicia. Country Mama Musings is in. Oh, she comes in and hears us talking about T-shirts. Because Alicia's famous for saying, put it on a T. Hide the bots, then we don't see it. So I blocked them. I need to make Dragonflies a mod.
They are hidden. It's what happens is when you hide them, other people in the chat still see them.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Gosh, okay. Hold on.
Bye, Simply Jan.
Bye, Jan. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to make Dragonflies.
Thanks, Multi-Hunter 247.
Okay. So how have you been doing with your goals, Lisa? Hey, man, I got my potatoes in the ground. I feel pretty good about that.
Technical difficulties.
I still have to do, I'm doing these challenges. I still got to get my salsa challenge up for Melody at Kill It and Grill It. Said I will get them. All right, I'll make you a mod too. Kill It and Grill It. There you go. So I've got to do my videos for the salsa challenge. There's a Just Beat It challenge that's out there, and I want to grow beets, so I was going to do that. Just all these challenge videos. Oh, it's several.
Yes, Dale. I did report each one on my phone. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you, Lisa.
We'll get your videos done. What are you waiting for, girl?
I'm going to do it this week. Well, I'm going to be in the woods, so. And I had a lot of people who wanted to know what I took when I was sick, like what kind of herbs and supplements. So I'm going to do a quick little video on that too. So I know some videos I've got to have up and on there soon.
Well, my biggest, I know this has nothing to do with me, but it was my biggest goal for this year was breeding the pigs.
I know that is.
Well, yep. You never know if it took. Yeah, you never know if it took. I mean, is the reality. You can't say she is successfully bred because you don't know until she grows, right?
Yeah.
But all I can say is he appeared to be quite successful in what he needed to do. Awesome. So if that's the case, we are optimistic. We are optimistic for July 25th around there. And we are still working to breed. That's Eleanor, bred with Sherman. And we are also putting Sherman in there daily so we can breed Fiona. That'll probably be it for the year, just because we need to see how the market goes, because potentially we could have over 20 piglets here. So we need to make sure that we have a market for it.
Yes. And how much would you sell each of them for?
So the Cooney piglets, because the mom is registered and the father is not, would go for $250 a piece as a piglet, like if somebody wanted a pig. And then we are also working on options for selling them as meat. So meaning we would sell the live animal to the person, but we would keep them here, raise them, and butcher them.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, getting the pigs to breed as opposed to breeding the pigs.
Yeah.
Look, you can call it whatever you want. I just want piglets. That's all I want.
That's awesome.
I've already told Ryan I'm going to be sleeping in the barn because it'll be
Oh, and they're
July.
so cute. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, whoop, whoop. So I'm curious to see them because I just think it'll be so much fun. I've been waiting for this since March of last year when we got
Uh-huh.
Sherman. That's been our plan all along, was to have 2 meat pigs, and the 2 meat pigs yielded us about 400 pounds of pork. And so
Awesome.
that way that will get us through until one of the piglets is raised for meat as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to keep one as a house pig. I don't know that that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
You named
Halbert
your
Farm,
daughter little pigs, and her
I want a
landlord
pig.
told her, "Nope, not in the house." And they helped her build her little pen for her pigs. I'll have to share that video of her and those. She got her one pig a friend. Hey, Lisa
Oh.
Anderson. Yeah, so she's got 2 of them now, but the other one's not as friendly as the girl that she has. I think she has a girl and a boy, so I don't know if she's going to breed them, or I don't know if they're the eaten kind of pigs though. Are all
Oh,
pigs
okay.
eating pigs? Some of them aren't, right? I mean,
Technically, people will say yes, but some are better than others.
Yeah.
I've been told Kuni pigs have a wonderful
Wow.
texture.
Mm-hmm. That's good to know.
That's
We don't
awesome.
we don't know any people with pigs. Like hey Billy Spears, we have a friend who raises cows, and so we get our beef. We buy like half a cow and get a half a cow, and that fills our freezer really good.
You know me, I have pigs.
I might need to get some meat from you, but how are
Think
we going to
about
do
it.
that? Can you mail it?
No, but we can meet halfway or something.
Well, that's true. You're just right
I
above
don't know.
me. A couple states.
Couple states.
That might
Couple
be worth the
states.
drive. I'll have to see. I'll have to look at the map. I don't
You
want
can
to
come
ask.
spend the night
Yes.
and see Mount Rushmore.
Right? That would be so fun.
And see the
So
bison.
we were thinking about getting meat birds or meat rabbits, and one of the reasons I'd love to do both, but we are still considering getting land somewhere and wanting to actually drive to some of the places we're considering moving to this summer. And my daughter's pregnant. They're so busy. My son-in-law, he doesn't get home from work until almost 7 at night some days. I hate to have them come over and have to take care of animals for us, whereas I can flood my garden, and it would probably do okay if we were gone for a week, depending on what time of the year it was. Like spring, I believe so. I believe my plants would be fine. We'd come back, they'd be thirsty, but I don't think anything would die. But
Meat birds. Because whenever you get them, you have them for 6-8 weeks,
oh,
and
that's
that.
right. I
And
forgot
you can
about
build a
that.
tractor out of pallets and chicken wire. So it's easy enough to
No
do. And you just,
kidding.
do you have
We could be
grass?
like, hey, we got to go out of town. We gotta process these birds first. No kidding. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Do you have grass
Uh,
at all?
not really. I mean, I don't know. There's these tufts of what looks like grass, but it's not grass.
I mean, you
we
would
have
just,
cinder.
well, what I would do is just make a tractor, and you just pull it around. So that way you're fertilizing the
Ooh,
ground.
there you go.
You
That's a
could
good
scoop it up for
idea.
your garden.
I've seen those. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to move it around, but for cleanliness, you could move it around, or you could
Yeah.
rake it out, whatever you chose to do if you don't have grass.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do it because then they get grass as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, like with me too, I don't have a lot of grass.
Mm-hmm.
At the rate we're going, we'll never be mowing again.
Yeah, we live on what was an old volcano. So we have cinders and lots of rocks. And we
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't know, there's stuff growing out there, but it's just not grass. Hey, does anybody in the chat have any questions for us? I wasn't even thinking about how quickly you could process them from the time.
Absolutely.
That is
Y-
awesome. I hadn't thought about that. Mountain Grandpa and I, we need to get looking at the calendar and just flat out schedule some time and stick to it as far as our traveling so that we can decide and know when we're going to buy them and all of that good stuff.
Now's the time to get them, because I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
Because if you most people travel in the summer, it depends on when you would be going. But if you think about it, they're in the stores now. You get a good deal on them. Like we got them on sale for $1.99.
Yeah.
And then you buy them, and now's the time, because then you'd be good to go. Because the rest
Yep.
of your year, you're all set. Because that's why we did a larger batch, because, Kill It and Grill It says
True.
6.5 pounds in six weeks.
Awesome. Gear grid in 19. Do you realize the life that the meat at the store, that those animals lived? Talk about poor life. When people are selling meat at the store.
I think he's pulling your leg.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Oh, he is. He sent a smiley face.
He's pulling your leg. He's pulling your leg by saying that, the animals at the store really weren't animals.
Oh gosh, right? They're not anymore.
Because people don't look beyond. He said, I'm just trolling.
Be funny. Well, hey everybody. Just a reminder, next Tuesday we will be on Lisa's channel for our 7F live. So same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yes.
Yep. And we're going to be going ahead. It's been an hour, so we're going to be hopping off. And thank you all so much for joining us today. We enjoyed having all of you and enjoyed the conversation. And I know Casey's already gone, but thank you again to Casey for coming up here with us.
Thank you.
And I hope you all have a great day and a great week. So
bye everybody.
We'll see you next time.